kind of along the same lines, what are you doing right now, or what would you suggest doing to people to continue to build your skills and what you can put on your resume and different connections? What are you guys doing right now, or what would you suggest?
I would suggest volunteering or trying to get internships, because the more volunteer experience you have or internship experience, those are more skills and qualifications you have that you can put on your resume and continue to network and just have those ideas on your resume.
Just to add on to that, I know for myself, aside from searching for jobs and networking, volunteering, I know that one place I was trying to volunteer was Bread and Volunteer Services, and that's for a year or 2 years longer. But it gives you a lot of experience, and not only that, but I think it's very fulfilling, and it's similar to a job where you get benefits. They pay for everything, even your training, and you get a small stipend, but if you're looking to do something for long term, there's something that you can do that not only allows you to be independent, but also allows you to help people who are in need of it. That's one thing that was a consideration for me if I couldn't find a job at the end of this year. Always to constantly, like what she's been doing throughout the years, is to change your resume and your cover letters to match job descriptions. That's one thing that should be constant, even through the job search.
I would just say interviewing would be my biggest one right now. Since being laid off, I haven't done anything that has furthered my experience in my field. I have volunteered different places, but taking any interview that's offered to me is going to continue to build your interview skills. So when that one job does come along, I won't have been sitting at home for 3 months, and then I get this interview and I'm like, yeah, I've done that before, I'll be on it, sitting stagnant is probably the worst thing that I can think of doing, and it's crazy being at home. Well, speaking as a social worker, I am always interacting with people, and everyone else is working, so I'm like waiting for people to get off work, and just that social aspect. Interviewing can really remind you to engage and answer questions and speak clearly, and you wouldn't believe how lazy you feel sitting at home. And for me, as soon as someone comes home, I'm like, I can't, I want to just talk and be with people. And so interviewing keeps you on top of things, I feel like, and makes you just one step better for when that one job does come along. So
I think also using your resources. For me, I'm very lucky because I'm here at Manchester College, so I could still come up to Career Services and talk to the staff here about improving my resume, improving my cover letter. Some of my friends have told me, instead of a full-time job, why not a part-time job, or why not do an internship, because there are a couple of internships out there that pay very well that you could add on to your resume. Also, working with a temp service, I've been told to do that as well, and there are a few temp services that I know of, either in Chicago or in Elkhart, that I could have possibly used to help me find a job, even if it's not full-time, but just for the time being to keep myself busy. Those are things that students could do after they graduate, even if they don't find a full-time job that's within their field.
I have one final question for you guys. What advice do you have for others who might be in your position, or for students who are currently juniors or seniors in college still? What advice would you have for those people?
Don't hesitate. Don't keep waiting to start your job search now, or for grad school. Start as soon as you can. Whenever you have a few extra minutes, keep looking and keep things in mind. Have it lined up for you when you do graduate, because it's not as easy after you graduate to do job searching. I mean, you have more time, but you're not as motivated anymore, because, I don't know, but just have it lined up, keep looking, don't procrastinate. because you don't really have all the time in the world like you think you do when you're in college. So
Right now, I see freshman students all the time, and I tell them it's a competitive world out there, especially right now at this time. So I tell them, look for jobs, look for internships within your field. I realize that it's the beginning of the year, but summer is going to get here sooner, and you should try to get as much experience as you can throughout the 4 years you're here at college. And for juniors and seniors, I would say the same thing as Amy would. Don't start late, but start now while you can. Find a job, because some students, especially the successful ones, will land a job before they graduate because they've been searching, they've been doing their research on the company, and so they know how to not only be prepared for an interview but also be prepared for the real world. And if you can't find anything, don't give up. Always keep searching. And if you can't find a job, keep yourself busy with looking at the other resources that I listed, even going to job fairs that may be in different cities, and to always keep an open mind. Don't just limit yourself to the city that you live in, but there are other jobs nationally and internationally that you can do that you may be qualified for, because you never know, you may land one of them.
That was really good. I would say, with my situation being semi-different from the both of you, don't take anything for granted. If you have the opportunity to have a position, whether it be part-time, full-time, do your absolute best. And because those people are going to give you references later. It could be a part-time job that was temporary, anything. If you have to give it all, because it could be gone like that. And if you truly loved it, you will feel that later. It's hard. It's really sad. So give your all. And I would say, as far as, feeling like, well, it's not as much money as I wanted, or it's not really, it doesn't ask for, I get stuck on, but it's not asking for a master's. I want to be compensated for that. I want to be in that level, and for you guys, it's only asking for an associate's. A bachelor's would be preferred, but you have to take it. I mean, you have to take it and really be confident that you can give it everything. So I would say make sure you look so deep into the job. Look at all the perks, the benefits, the time off, how far away is it? What does it have to offer? What kind of things can I learn from this job, experiences? Because I will tell you, when you are truly in love with a position and you feel like you are really doing something and it's your passion, your pay starts to really become not as important. It could have, for me, I was in the school system. I had the summers off. I was in love with my job. I just felt wonderful about it. And it was great. So losing that was awful. So you really have to go through and think, well, it's not exactly what I want, but this is what it does have. Mm-hmm. So don't limit yourself, because it could really turn out to be something incredible.
Good. Well, thank you guys very much for talking to us about this.
You're welcome.